Hey everyone, welcome back to the workshop. Artisan Pirate here, and in today's fun video I want to talk about 3 amazing mail calls that I have recently received in the post. Over the last couple of weeks, 3 amazing packages arrived at the doorstep, and now I've opened them and began using a few of them and actually wearing the one I'm wearing now. But I just want to hop on here and talk to you guys and give thanks and credit where credit is due, and thank everyone properly over here on this platform. Now, in the recent weeks, again, these packages have arrived, and I am blessed and humbled by anything anyone ever decides to send me, whether it be a new sticker for the Sticker Swap sticker wall, an example of their work for me to look at and examine, a hat, a shirt, a bracelet, wristband, anything like that. I display it proudly. If it's something I can wear, I wear it proudly and represent everything, and I'm just blessed and humbled by it, and I treasure anything anyone ever sends me, just like a pirate should. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is this amazing shirt that I'm wearing. Fox Chapel Publishing, who has been sending me some amazing woodworking books and has the amazing Scroll Saw Woodworking and Crafts magazine, sent me this shirt, and I am blessed by this. I'm glad to have something to represent an amazing company. It's a nice shirt in my size, and it says Eat, Sleep, Scroll Saw, Repeat, Scroll Saw Woodworking and Crafts, and it has a nice scroll saw there. Move my necklace there so you can see it properly. And they also sent me a coffee cup that has the same quote on it and same picture as the shirt here, on both sides of the coffee cup. And I take my coffee straight black, no cream, no sugar, just like my grandfather did, and preferably lukewarm or cold. I know it's odd, but that's just how Grandpa done it, and that's how I picked up doing it and how I prefer it. But really, really cool. I use that coffee cup every morning when I'm sitting there playing my games, or I'm sitting and editing videos for future content for over here on the channel. But thank you, Scroll Saw Woodworking and Crafts and Fox Chapel Publishing, for an amazing gift, and thank you for that. I really appreciate it. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is from a friend and subscriber, Mark Robinson. He wanted to send me something after I, in turn, sent him something first. He reached out to me through email and asked how much would it cost for a 3D printed 90-degree blade alignment tool for the scroll saw. You guys know I printed out around 15 of these to take up the mountain on the Asheville trip when we went back in April for the Klingsport anniversary store up there in Asheville, and I give these out to people that I thought were genuinely interested in picking up the scroll saw, just to give them that little bit of extra advantage. And they take around an hour and 30 minutes to print out, so not long at all. I happily sent this to him after I got his address, and then he reached out to me a couple days later saying he had got it and he wanted to send me some patterns for scroll saw woodworking and a little example of his work. And I said, cool. He said, just be looking at it for it in a couple days on your doorstep. And I was blown away by what I received. It was a nice box, and he sent a lot of stuff. He went above and beyond. Thank you, Mark. Everything you sent me will be used out here in the Artisan Pirate workshop. But the first thing I seen was another little box in the box that was carefully wrapped, and it had this amazing little piece here. And what this is a pen stand. You see the bird standing in the reeds there with all the foliage around him, but in between these little areas here you put pens or pencils and everything. But really, really cool. And then digging a little deeper in the box, he had 3 examples of letter openers. I know these are very old school and very, reminiscent of a time gone by, when it was elegant to receive a letter. But they have amazing detail. He's got them beveled there to be able to open the envelope. But 3 amazing examples here. So really, really cool, Mark. You are an exceptional scroll sawer. So really, really cool. And then under that box was a handwritten letter, and that's very heartfelt for me in a digital age where you can just send an email or just type something up real quick if you have a computer. I will put this in a file folder, and I will treasure this letter forever. As long as I'm able to do this type of stuff, it will be with me. So really, really cool. There is some scissors and scissor clamps here he wrapped up in protective blue painter's tape. I haven't used these yet. I haven't found a use for them, but I'm sure I will. He sent me some of the sanding sticks that I love to use, especially if you do fretwork scroll saw or small interior cuts. It's just pieces of sandpaper, high grit sandpaper and rough sandpaper glued onto a foam stick, and you can see you can manipulate them, and you can really get down there and sand away like the little fuzzies if you have a wood that produces a lot of that. Of course, with the blades I use, I kind of have to skip this step because the blade just cuts so smooth. But I do have these. Another subscriber had sent me a whole pack of them, but thank you again for that. There was this also in there, and he had little notes clipped on everything, like how best to use it, and I'm deeply appreciative of it. It's an Easy Lap Diamond, Hone, and Stone, patented USA, and it says fine here, and it has a nice little stone here. And he said he uses this to file the backside of these scroll saw blades. Now you guys know I do that, and I just have over here on a magnet strip one of these traditional old school files that was my grandfather's, but this will be a lot better to use and be able to manipulate around the scroll saw blade and not have a fear of this bigger one here scuffing up the table or damaging the blade. So really, really cool. I've already been using this. He sent me a pack of clear packing tape. You guys know that that is my preferred method of putting down and applying patterns. I have a full video on why I use this method, so thank you for that. And he sent me some wood pieces to try out. He said he didn't know if I'd ever scrolled this type of wood here. This is basswood, and I believe this is walnut or mahogany. Smells like walnut, but really, really cool. He went above and beyond, and this was just from me sending him a 3D printed blade jig, and I did not expect this. I'm blessed by it. He sent me a bag full of patterns. You can see them in there, and I've looked through them, and I'm sure I'm going to be doing them. He even sent the pattern for the little bird pen holder here, so I might be doing that. This pattern is also in one of the books that Fox Chapel Publishing sent me. You guys know they just sent me the t-shirt, so I might be doing that to document it on film. Let me know. He sent me 2 Fordham sanders, and these are really, really cool. I've never seen these in store or anywhere, and you can see I've already been using that one, but there is a round one, and then there is a more square one, which I kind of lean to when sanding. But what you do is once the sandpaper gets worn out, is just open them and fold a new piece in there, and then it locks it in place. So these will be used, and I'm sure abused out here in the workshop just by using them vigorously and regularly. And then there was just more sanding accessories like these hobby sanding pieces. I see these in Hobby Lobby all the time, and it's got extra sanding belts there to where you can sand and get into more tedious details like the sanding sticks. And then he sent me even more sanding equipment. These little pieces of sanding stuff, I've never seen these before either, but they're little grits of sandpaper, and I guess they just wear away like an eraser when you use them. And then some tack cloth. Tack cloth is really, really cool. I never use it. I've had one before and kind of didn't like how it worked, but you can use this to get some of the finer sawdust off of it. It's kind of like a sticky cloth. And then finally, what he sent me at the bottom of the box was these needle file sets, diamond grit needle file set. And I love how enthusiastic he has wrote everything. Again, I really appreciate all this, Mark, and you did not have to do this. You went above and beyond for that 3D printed jig. Again, I didn't charge you for that, and I'm blessed by everything you sent me here. I have the pen holder displayed over here next to the Artisan Pirate banner with some other stuff another subscriber had sent me, and I've got the little blade openers laying in them, just displaying them. And I'm sure it's going to be a future conversation piece when people come over. And that was all that Mark sent me. And then there was one final one, and this was the last package that arrived, and this was something that I had actually had my eye on for a while, and this is the Seiko Scrollers Drill, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Seiko, that's how I pronounce it. But this is a quality tool for scroll saw use in drilling pilot holes. You can see the very small micro drill bit that is right there, you know, if you can see that, and I've already been using it. And just know going forward, even though I have this now and I will again treasure it, there you see where you plug it in. I've got the power pack laying back here on the workbench where I will of course do the pilot holes and everything. But because a lot of people may not have this tool, I will use this seldom in videos, but I will use it. I've already filmed a short on it, how amazing it is and everything. And it's a quality construction. There you see the button that you hold down, and then you just go and you drill your pilot hole, and it's got that spring there that helps bring it back up. So really, really cool. And with this tool, you're not limited to the throat depth of a drill press. You know, the drill press has that pole behind the motor, and you're limited to what and how big of a project you can drill pilot holes for. So this will be an essential tool. It's got a nice foam piece here, I guess, to put in more micro drill bits. I've just took one of my trays from my parts bin to put everything in. I can just keep up with stuff way easier than that. And of course, with this getting moved around, I would be fearful that the drill bits would kind of fall off or anything. But I've already used it, and this plastic base here is very smooth when you go across wood with it. it doesn't kind of want to drag or dig into anything. So quality construction is very quiet when you run it, and really, really cool. And I love that it's got this little accessory here. There is a threaded hole here in the base that goes through. What you do is screw this down in it, and then you can do a bevel drill cut. How cool is that? Really, really cool and quality construction. Thank you for that, Seiko. Again, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I am blessed beyond measure, and I am humbled by everything here that I've shown you guys. I've already been using a lot of the stuff Mark has sent me. I've been wearing the shirt that Fox Chapel sent me. Again, I'll wear it more as we get to the cooler weather. And of course, I've already been using and give the Seiko Scrollers Drill a full test run. Again, if you guys ever want to send me anything, just know it'll get used and get appreciated. I am a pirate. I love treasure. I have stuff displayed all around the workshop that people have sent me, and I love interacting with everybody, and I love the woodworking community, because even though I have met a few people that have an ego, 99% of everyone else in the woodworking community is like a big family, and we want to all collaborate and help each other get to that next level. That is why I say inspire, educate, elevate. It's printed on my business card. It's in my intro and everything, and that is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help everybody get to that next level, especially if they're a scroll saw artist, and I watch a ton of videos like to help me on the laser, on the CNC machine, on the lathe, if I want to go over there and dabble on it a little bit. But really, really cool. That's about all for this one. Again, I just wanted to hop on here and properly give thanks where credit was due and show all of you guys the amazing stuff that has been sent my way. But really, really cool. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel, and also follow me across all my social medias under the Artisan Pirate name. Links to all my social medias, as well as ways to contact me, will always be linked down in the description box below these videos. That's about all for this one. And remember, guys, if I can make it or do it, so can you. I'm the Artisan Pirate. Thank you all for everything. Take care, and I'll see you guys real soon.